Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome again to your Seerah time. We continue with the Badr events. The morale of the pagan army had broken down. They started retreating, and then the retreat turned into a runaway. So their army ran away from the battlefield, and they left their belongings, their armors, their swords, their animals, and many other things unattended. All the people who had given the Meccan Muslims an extremely hard time and had earned Prophet ﷺ's anger and hard words for themselves went down on the battlefield, losing their lives. Even the master of Bilal radiallahu anhu was killed, though he tried to save himself, but he was killed as well. Let's see what happened to Abu Jahl. Abu Jahl could see the situation turning drastic for the pagans. He cried out, trying to stop his people from running away. He called out to his gods Lat and Uzza and could see people leaving him too, except a few. What would you know? That two young teenage boys from among the Ansars were energetically searching for their target. And you know what their target was? It was called Abu Jahl. They knew he disliked Prophet ﷺ, and after growing to love Prophet ﷺ, knowing how caring and protective he was for the people generally and particularly for his companions, the boys had made up their mind to kill Abu Jahl in the battlefield. But they didn't know who he looked like or what he looked like. So they asked a Sahaba who was fighting nearby in their close proximity, Rehman radiallahu anhu, that where was Abu Jahl? He was surprised as to why were they asking, but he pointed out to them in the middle of all this battle chaos, and they ran straight ahead to get him. They attacked him fiercely with their swords. With the first sword hit, Abu Jahl fell to the ground, losing his leg. Abdullah bin Masud radiallahu anhu found the dying enemy, who was asking who had won. And so Abdullah radiallahu anhu informed him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger had won. And he was killed. So Abu Jahl was killed by just two teenage boys. Not befitting his political level though, but their iman had been enough for them to get him. With Abu Jahl's death, the Quraysh became scattered and humbled. So many chiefs of the Quraysh had been killed. So many members of a single family had ended this way. The pagans had lost 70 men, and another 70 had been taken as captives or prisoners of war. The bodies of the 24 pagan notables were thrown into the well. On the other hand, 14 Muslims were honored with Shahada, 6 Muhajirin and 8 Ansar. They were buried at the site, and their graves are still known to this day. So the Battle of Badr became the day. This day came to be known as Yawmul Furqan, the day of distinction, the day that the truth was known to all the world forever. Belief in Allah, the one Lord, against multiple gods of the world. This day, the battle lines were drawn not according to a tribe, but according to belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So many close relations had fought in this battle, sometimes a father against a son or uncles against their nephews. It had proved the love of Allah above everything else. So it was hard, not just physically, but also emotionally. 3 days went by, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ stayed at Badr, clearing up the place and settling other many things after a war. Then they went back, getting ready to return to Medina. First, Prophet ﷺ sent 2 messengers ahead to announce the victory to the people of Medina. Abdullah bin Rawaha radiallahu anhu went north into Medina, and Zayd bin Haritha went to the south of Medina. The people of Medina, on the other hand, had been worried, especially because the Jews of Medina had spread rumors that the mighty Quraysh had overpowered the Muslims. So when the Prophet ﷺ's messengers arrived with the message of victory, the people shouted, Allahu Akbar. All the Muslims became overjoyed. Allah had given victory to the Muslims in this life and in martyrdom, both. So with this, we come to the end of the Battle of Badr. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.